Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Do you send out a recap after every meeting, just like a simple note about what happened, what was decided, et cetera? If you don't, this can be a real game changer for your meetings. It can make meetings so much more effective because how often have we been to a meeting? We thought we are all on the same page. We left the meeting. We come back a week later, and now, somebody didn't do what we thought they were going to do, or maybe two people did the same thing, and there was actually just much more confusion than we had thought when we left. That has happened. I have seen this happen so many times, and I bet you have too. And there is a simple thing that we can do that can prevent this from happening and can prevent this waste of time. And this is to do a simple meeting recap. So this means that we are just going to end every meeting with some form of a written recap. It doesn't have to be like lengthy. We don't have to use complete sentences. Bullets are just fine. But what we want to do in this meeting recap, and we can do it over email, we can do it over Slack, it doesn't matter, is that we want to address these four things. So the first one is the what. So what did we discuss in this meeting, or what did we decide in this meeting? Then really importantly, why, right? How many times have you been in a meeting and we're thinking, yeah, I know we did make this decision a few weeks ago. Does anyone remember why? We must have had a really good reason, right? If we don't keep track of that why, we are going to forget. It seems at the time like of course we won't, but we definitely will. Then we want to talk about who. So who meaning what action items are have been doled out from this meeting, who's going to do them, right? Who is responsible for what? And then finally, the when. When are those things going to be accomplished by? So coming out of this meeting, who's doing what and when are they doing it by? Now, when you send all of this out, again, it just can take a couple of minutes to do it. Now we have a couple of things. One, everybody's on the same page. Or if they're not on the same page, it's very obvious. And now we can talk about those discrepancies before we go another wasted week. Now, the other side of this is that not everybody should be at every meeting, right? We want to limit the number of people in meetings to only those people who have a differentiated and unique and necessary role to play in the purpose of that meeting. So that means that not everyone's going to be there, but more people than are at the meeting might need to know what happened in the meeting. And so the recap is a way to let everyone know what happened in a really simple way. Now, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to just fit this in, right? I have meetings back to back all the time. Like, when am I going to find the time to put a meeting recap in there, right? When am I going to do that? Well, this is a great opportunity to use those last 5 minutes of a meeting. So at the beginning of the meeting, you can say, okay, the last 5 minutes of this meeting, we're going to do a quick recap. Everyone's going to get their own action items into their own task lists, et cetera. And then we will be ready to move on to the next meeting without too much worry. And trust me, people will really appreciate this when you give them a little bit of time at the end of the meeting to get their own action items in, as well as we're sending out the recap at that time. So is this a strategy you've tried? How well does it work for you? If it's a strategy that you have not tried, are you going to try it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to keep getting content like this, go ahead and subscribe.
If she did not drive that point home enough, only 8.3% of the people that watch our videos are actually subscribed. So it would just be a big favor for you to go down there and press the subscribe button.